Hello everyone, I'm Beatrice, and in this video we're going to talk about the topic task. So the topic task is the first part of the ISE II speaking and listening exam, and look, now I'm going to show you the different parts. Okay, so the topic task is a conversation between you and the examiner. It's 4 minutes long. And the interesting thing about this topic is that you can choose the topic beforehand and you can prepare it at home. Also, for the topic task, you need to bring a mind map. You need to bring the main ideas you're going to talk about in your topic. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the topic task, how do you choose your topic? First of all, you should choose something that interests you. Never choose a topic because you think it sounds good or because you think the examiner is going to be especially interested in it. Choose something that you can talk about for 4 minutes and that you could answer any questions about. So something you know vocabulary about, that you know facts about, and that interests you. So for the same reason, it's not very advisable. It's not advisable to choose something very technical. You want to choose something that you have experience of, not something technical. So you could choose a hobby, you could choose an experience you've had, see something personal, or a place that interests you, or just something that interests you in general, something you can talk about. Also, you have to take into account that when you're choosing your topic, that you can use the language functions of the level. This means that you can show the examiner that you can talk about the things they're expecting you to talk. For example, in ISE III, it's very important to be able to talk about advantages and disadvantages. Another thing is to be able to speculate, so imagine different scenarios, not something that's going to happen or that has to happen, but something that is probable or that might happen. Also, it's important that you're able to ask for opinions and to give advice. The things you mustn't do when choosing your topic. You mustn't choose one of the subjects or subject areas of ISE II that you're going to use further on in your speaking exam. So don't talk about society and living standards. Don't talk about personal values and ideals, the world of work, or national environmental concerns. So don't choose something about global warming or the ecology, and don't talk about famous people. So famous figures, past and present. So now we're going to look into a possible topic that you could do. We're going to look into a hobby, and we're going to look at a mind map of the hobby. As you can see here on the board, we chose the topic of playing basketball, and here you've got the main idea of the topic, and then you've got other subjects that you could talk about. For example, in this case, we start with how I started playing basketball, because it's going to be a personal topic. So you could talk about your experience, explain about the past. And on the other hand, for example, the examiner could ask you about this point, advice to learn how to play. So here you could use the language function of explaining how to play a game and giving advice. Another thing you could talk about is the next games you have, or the plans for the future with basketball. And also you could talk about what basketball can teach you, and here you could talk about the advantages of playing basketball. The examiner might also ask you some of the disadvantages of playing basketball. So there you could also talk about things like that it's time consuming, or you could get injured, or things like that. So always prepared to talk about the advantages and the disadvantages. Next, we've got the language that you use. You have to think that you have to choose a topic where you can use these different language functions. So talking about advantages and disadvantages, how to give advice, how to speculate about the future, and how to give reasons and examples. Also, you could compare things or talk about the past. So that's it for the topic task. The most important thing is to start choosing a topic task and thinking what things you could say about your topic and how you could use the different language functions of ISE II, and how you can connect your topic to your own experience, and at least think of one question you can ask the examiner about the topic and see what his or her opinion is. So I hope this was helpful and that you have a better idea of what the topic task is like. And next we'll move on to the collaborative task. So I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.